Hello everyone, you are listening to 108live.radio. This is Kazway Cassiopeia, who will be accompanying you for the next 1 hour. I am a tarot reader, artist, and creator of my own tarot deck, which I use for all my readings. I'm also an academic psychologist and healer. I have my own practice in Johannesburg, South Africa as a life coach. I'd like to welcome you to my show, Interactive Tarot. This program revolves around the tarot cards. Over time, I'll be covering what tarot cards are, what they are not, how they are used, and so on. If you have any question, please contact me by emailing to mail2@cassiopeia.com. Again, it is mail2@cassiopeia.com. I'll spell Cassiopeia, Kashiopia.com. I will certainly consider your question as one of the topics during the show. Closer to the end of the show, I will open an opportunity for listeners to call in so that you might be able to get a tarot reading done for clarification and guidance for your current issue. Interactive Tarot will be aired every Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. live here on 108live.radio. Stay tuned in. Okay, so let me introduce our guest today. Hi, Carol.
Hi, Kazway.
And Atma. Hi, Atma.
Hello.
And Atma is the producer of 108live.radio, and Carol is our weekly guest, and she is an intuitive healer.
That's right.
Yeah, you do a lot of things.
I am so excited to share this work. It is absolutely wonderful, and thank you for having me.
No, it's my pleasure. I usually start the show talking about I would pick a theme of one aspect of tarot. And I thought since you do, one of the things you do is color therapy, so I would talk about some colors.
Excellent.
That is involved in tarot. There are so many different tarot decks. And not every single one of the decks is concerned about colors, absolutely Hello Kitty tarot cards won't be concerned about it, a color magic at all. But if you're looking for a magic or esoteric cards, color starts playing big role.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Color plays such a big role in our everyday lives.
Yeah. So in tarot, in the system that I use to create my deck, in the art that I make, usually there are 4 levels of colors: king scale, queen scale, prince scale, and princess scale. Then on top of that, zodiac colors and planetary god colors, and all the different combinations, it starts creating this color magic.
That's right, and it is color magic.
Yeah.
No matter how you look at it, color really is magic, and it's so healing as well.
Yes, so we can definitely just start talking about, what you do, and
Great.
yeah.
Well, one of the things I do is the color therapy.
Yes.
And we also do a color reading.
Reading.
A color reading. So there are 13 bottles that I work with, the actual colors, the colored bottles. And we start with a very light meditation. And then I ask you to pick the 9 bottles. It's usually a 9-bottle reading, which is a beautiful in-depth reading. And with those colors that you choose, one bottle will represent your past, the other bottle will represent your future. The other bottle will represent your issues, and the other bottle will represent your future possibilities and potential.
That is so interesting.
So it gives you such an in-depth insight through color, of where you are, where you've been, and where you're going to go.
Oh, wow.
And it just makes it fun because, sometimes, listening and hearing a bit of, issues that you do have, this makes it so much softer and so much more gentler.
Yes.
So it's a wonderful way to convey the message that you need to hear at the time through color.
Yeah, I can definitely resonate with that. I'm a tarot reader, and the color definitely is energy, has gotten itself has a message.
Absolutely.
Do you teach?
I haven't started teaching the color therapy yet, but I do teach the Antaneea. And the Antaneea is something else that I also specialize in, and it also involves the color, and it also involves the colored oils, funnily enough.
Oh, wow.
So it is a little bit of everything, where we start to integrate all the different tools in our different specialities that we work, just like you do with the color in the tarot.
Yeah.
And the Antaneea is where we actually massage the body 3 times, working only on the back of the body.
Okay.
And we start off with the 7 oils from the feet all the way up the legs, up the back, onto the head. And then we specialize and we focus mostly on the physical body. Then we massage the body again with another 7 oils from the back of the leg, the feet, the back of the legs, the back of the back, and then the head. And that is more the emotional body. And then we massage the body a 3rd time, completing the rest of the oils, focusing more on the spiritual body, massaging from the top of the head all the way down to the feet.
Oh, wow.
And while we're doing that, the body is actually telling us information. You might have a bruise or a cut, or you might, as I'm touching the body and gently holding the body, I might feel an emptiness or something that's not right, and we age the body. So, for example, from the top of the head to the neck is ages from 1 to 7. From the neck all the way down to the hips is to around about 16, and it carries on around the body. And wherever that emptiness is, or where the bruise or the tattoo, or no matter what it is on the body will tell me. It will be referred to an age. And I will ask you what happened at age 7 or what happened at age 12. And there's usually some sort of something that has happened in your life where the body has actually locked it into the body. And with the color and with the touch, with the sound, and with the sacred geometry symbols that we work on the body helps to heal whatever's come up.
Oh, wow.
And what's most amazing is that there's nothing traumatic about it. It's just very, very gentle, and that's the way I like to work.
Cool. I have started studying kinesiology.
Yes.
And kinesiology also works on, memories of the body, how bodies actually store so much emotions to even thoughts,
Absolutely.
And how we actually, react to the subconscious, storage.
That's right. I think a lot of people focus on the brain, on the head, and they work on that, but they forget that the body also gives us so much information. And that the body locks and loads that trauma or that experience, no matter if it's good or bad, into the body. And this is a wonderful way to let the therapist know that something's come up, and it's a wonderful way just to ease it and release it out the body so that your life's just lighter.
Just a question. Do you have to be intuitive to do the work that you do?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
So it's just like a learned technique and anybody
can. Absolutely. As long as you work from a space of love. And that's all that's necessary. It's the same with the tarot, It helps if you are intuitive, but if you're not, it's definitely something that anyone can learn and enjoy to do.
And the thing is, ultimately, we are all intuitive. We all have that ability.
That's right.
Well, because we are all connected.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Absolutely. And the more you start to work with it, even if you start doing it just for yourself, so you start healing your own journey, and we all started there, healing ourselves, and then you're able to share it. And then your intuitive gifts start to develop from there. And that is just the beauty of it. It's just so easy. And if you want it, it will happen.
That's so awesome.
Yes.
And I totally understand what you're saying. Yeah.
No, it's very, very exciting. So I love color. So I work with color in a lot of different ways. So it's with the color therapy, working with the colored oils and colored sprays on the body. Also, after you've seen me, then you take an oil or a spray or both home with you. So you continue with the therapy at home. So you support it at home. I don't just say goodbye to you and then off you go on your own, having to deal with your own issues on your own. You actually are supported at home using the oils and the sprays each and every single day.
Oh,
and then it's the same with the color therapy. It's the same as the Antaneea and all the other beautiful modalities that I do.
Just a question. It might be a stupid question, but does a colored oil works? Does
Absolutely.
It, does it work in darkness, if you know what I mean?
Yes.
It does.
Well,
because
if you think about
because of
color,
the
color.
because of frequency.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when you're working with color, so if you think of the color white, you think, oh, okay, it's just white, but white is reflective.
All the colors.
It holds all the colors and it reflects all the colors, just like a prism holds all the beautiful colors and it's reflective. And if you think of black, everyone thinks, oh, black is negative, but black also holds all the colors,
yes.
but it's not reflective.
Yeah.
It just holds all the color. And a lot of people actually self-medicate without even knowing. So often if they have a sore throat or if they have issues about speaking the truth, they will wear a lot of blue. If people are needing a little bit more compassion and a more love and more hugs, and they're not getting the physical hugs, you'll probably find that they'll wear more coral, just to get to get comfortable
like
within their own
color.
skin.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If they're wanting more love into their space, then they'll wear love. They'll wear pink, and they will wear love. But by wearing pink, it just invites unconditional love, and it already helps to support the body, but not just the physical, the spiritual, the mental, and the emotional bodies as well. And it's so easy. Anyone can do it.
Anyone can do it at any time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just very, really, very special.
Oh, cool.
Good.
So what else do you do?
I also delve in the access consciousness world.
That's
so
right.
I do bars. So I run everyone's bars. And I also do the body processes. So the bars is like a defragmenting of the brain. So where we act just like a computer, where it needs to be defragmented and create space. Our brains, which are the master brains, also need to be defragmented. So we create more space. So all the thoughts, beliefs, ideas, and judgments that we hold that do not serve us, or that others place on us consciously or unconsciously, we need to release that in order to create more space, to make space for all the yumminess coming from the universe.
Yeah, I was wondering if does access bars have you touch the points on the head, right?
That's right. There's 32 points on the head.
Do they have anything to do with the neurovascular points, or what kind of points are they?
They're points that we've all got.
Yeah.
And they were found by Gary Douglas and Dane here. And just by holding those points on the head, just activates those points, and automatically our body goes, oh yes, that's what I'm supposed to do. So the 32 points, there's various points. There's a money point, there's a control, a creativity, a gratitude, a healing point. There's all these beautiful points on the body, and by activating those, all the thoughts, beliefs, and ideas around money start to ease, and your money issues start to flow.
Is this something you can do to yourself, or?
You have to have them run by a facilitator, by a therapist who's qualified in the bars. But then you also go home and you do it at home every night.
So like so people can actually learn it just to apply to themselves.
Well, they are you get them activated by a therapist, and then you manage them at home.
Oh, okay.
So they're maintained at home.
Yeah.
So again, it's something that we have to do and maintain ourselves as well.
But if you're a practitioner, you can do it to yourself.
Unfortunately not.
Oh, really?
No,
okay.
Unfortunately not. So
it's like like a Reiki, we can
do on ourselves. Absolutely, yes. But the bars, no, you can't.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
No, so we often find someone who's facilitator as well, and we often swap. Which is
sure.
Quite nice.
It's energy exchange.
Exactly.
That's a wonderful
lovely.
way of ensuring energy exchange.
That's right. Gifting and receiving, and that's what it's all about.
Yes.
And it's such a special thing.
Yeah.
However, the body processes, which is also part of the access consciousness, works directly with the cells of the body. So if you are, there's lots and different types of different body processes, and they're all yummy and delicious. And if you're having difficulty with flexibility, for example, your back might be a bit stiff, your joints might be a bit stiff. You can have a body process to help that. And it might not just be the flexibility in your body, it might also be the flexibility in your life. How flexible are you?
Like a flexibility in the mind.
Yes.
And that might be reflected in the joints.
Correct, absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
Also, your immune system. So we can work on the immune system. There's a beautiful eye process. So it doesn't just help the physical eye, but it also helps your intuitive eye.
Oh, wow.
So, and how you see the world differently.
I understand. Yeah.
So it's all these wonderful processes that doesn't just help the physical body, it helps all the rest of your life as well. And that's how incredibly beautiful it is.
You know, people say that, well, scientists say that only 10% of our brain is really conscious mind, and the rest, 90%, is subconscious, which means it's dormant.
Absolutely.
But if you can actually have access to, okay, like excuse the pun, but if you know how to get in touch with the 90%, you start activating potentials.
Correct.
Is that what?
Absolutely, that's what it is. It's all about unlimiting yourself. Because I find in society, we limit ourselves. Oh, we couldn't possibly do that because I'm too young, I'm too old.
Oh, yes.
I'm too tall, I'm too short, I'm too fat, I'm too thin.
I'm
whatever
female,
it may
I'm
be.
male.
Absolutely. And we limit ourselves instead of unlimiting ourselves. So by
because
playing with this energy,
limiting
we unlimit.
us, yes, and limiting us feels safer, actually. It's more familiar to us. And that's where we get stuck, familiarity.
Correct.
But like we don't know what we don't know, right? So
Correct.
like if you can give people the idea of how to get exposed to the unknown and show them that it's not scary.
Absolutely. And is it really unknown? It's here. It's all around us.
It's all around, yes.
And by actually trusting that it's all around us, just like a tree, I mean, all the beautiful blossoms and the new leaves have all sprouted from all the trees because it's spring now. And automatically, the trees and the plants know how to do it. They trust it.
Absolutely.
And we need to tap into that energy as well and just allow it. And once we start to allow, just like the Reiki, where we allow and we embrace that energy, the magic starts to happen. And that's it. It's so easy.
I was just talking to a friend of mine a few days ago that life is magic. It's all magic.
It is.
Yeah.
It is completely magical, and I love it.
Yes.
I mean, it's such a beautiful gift.
Yeah, everything is divine.
It is divine.
Yeah.
I love it. It's absolutely stunning, and it's looking at the gift in absolutely everything.
And what's sad is that a lot of people don't know that life is magical.
I know. We all get wrapped up in finances and stresses and work and children and
it's good to know
things.
that aspect.
Absolutely.
We need to know that as well.
But we also have choice.
Yes.
And we can either choose to sit in that pain and be stressed and worry about everything, or we can actually choose to believe that everything can be okay in the end.
Yes.
We can't sit back and watch it do its own thing. But if we change our point of view and we become more positive in our thinking, that is where the magic is. That is where the unlimiting is.
A common friend of ours has actually asked me to do a reading for the show, during the show. So maybe I can just talk about that and we'll come back to you.
Absolutely, I'm so excited.
I have already done laid out cards. And one of the cards is actually will relate to what we just talked about. And so, Angelique, I just did your card reading, and one is the Hanged Man, and the other one is the Magus. And both cards will answer your question of what you should know. And one, the Hanged Man is advising that...
May I have a look at those cards?
Oh, yes. There we go. And it came upside down, so like it means more of a advice.
Those cards are beautiful.
I made them.
Oh, I know. They are absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
I've always seen them on social media, but I've never really seen them up front, and they are beautiful.
Cool.
Wow, you are so talented.
Thank you. This is my thing, like creating tarot deck, and I'll see where it goes from there, but it's actually expanding internationally. Anyway, going back to the reading, Hanged Man is about taking time. If you're forced to take it easy, then enjoy that moment. And the Magus is advising that we humans have a tendency to react. Something happens externally, then we react. Instead, give yourself power, and instead of being reactive, be proactive. Just like Carol, you were saying that we can sulk and stay in pain if we want to, but we can actually change. We got power to change the perception, and by changing perception, life will change. And that's. I hope that was a good enough answer. Like that's.
Well, I think that's wonderful, and I happen to know Angelique, so I think that's a wonderful reading for her. That if she just changes perception and her perspective and become unlimited in her thinking.
Exactly.
And that's what's so wonderful about the bars is that we work with questions. So affirmations are fantastic.
Yes.
But I find they are limiting in my point of view. What I love about them is taking those affirmations and turning them into a question. Because then the universe will answer it. So
That's
an awesome way of approaching.
Absolutely. So for example, with Angelique, she can do the affirmations. I'm going to be changing my perception so I'm able to grow, for example. But now if you turn it into a question and you ask, what will it take for me to change my perception so I'm able to grow?
Oh, that's awesome. That's such a
Can you
wonderful
feel the energy
tip.
of that?
I can definitely feel that. Like, are you okay to share such a profound technique?
Absolutely. I mean,
Awesome.
it's for everybody.
Cool.
It's what I teach to my clients.
Yeah.
It's what we teach about asking questions because it's such big power in asking a question. And the trick is not to answer it. So, for example, if you have money issues, what will it take for me to change my money issues? What will it take for abundance to flow
Oh my gosh, so
way?
you actually start communicating with the universe.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the universe will then answer back and
Sure.
provide you
Yes.
with whatever you need. And it will always come in a way that you least expect it.
That is such a profound technique.
So I'll give you a really funny story.
Yeah.
We were on holiday in Thailand. We were very blessed to go on holiday. And my husband now all of a sudden wanted to watch rugby. And he never watches rugby. And it was in the middle of the night.
Okay.
And I thought, this is going to wake up my children and they're still very little. I'm not going to have a good night's sleep. And I thought, instead of fighting with him,
Yeah.
I thought, let me ask the question. So I posed it to the universe. I said, universe and all the angels and whoever else is listening, what will it take for this situation to resolve itself for the best of everyone's place? And I was thinking, maybe there'll be a power failure, maybe the TV will break, but that wouldn't serve us at all.
Yeah.
And I heard the angel say to me, trust. And I thought, okay, I've asked the question and I'm leaving it at that. In about a couple of minutes' time, my husband was snoring. So the universe answered me in a way that I never expected.
And I believe if the question shall not start with why.
Never. Because,
Right?
No.
Because like why is challenging. Like even in human communication, you're not supposed to ask, but why are you doing that? Because it sounds like accusation.
Absolutely.
So you don't accuse the universe either.
Absolutely. It comes back to trust.
Yes.
And it comes back to choice.
Yeah.
So even if the universe has provided us with X, Y, and Z, you still have choice to agree to have it or not.
Yeah, sure. It's all
We
about,
still have that.
Yeah, it's all empowerment within.
Exactly. But the trick is to ask the questions and then allow the universe to provide for us and then see which way you would like to go. It's as
Cool.
easy as that.
That is easy, but a lot of people don't know. Like,
Well, it's just changing. We've been doing affirmations for years and years and years and years, and I still think they are fantastic. But we upgrade all our devices
Yes.
and we never upgrade ourselves. And I find that is a wonderful way to upgrade ourselves by starting to take all those amazing affirmations and turn them into questions.
oh, that's so awesome.
Because the power of the universe knows best.
It's vast, of course. That's
Exactly.
where we came from.
Exactly.
And we are still part of it. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that puts us in touch. Like you said, we
Yes.
start talking to the universe. I love that.
So awesome. Well, Arpa, I'll have, if it's okay, I'll have you ask any question. Then I really would like to talk about your angel healing as well.
Okay,
so,
yes.
Arpa, do you have any question?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about bars and phrenology, and I'm just thinking if they're related somehow.
Bars and?
Phrenology, how they break down the mind.
Goodness me, that is not my expertise. I have no idea. I just do know that it's been scientifically proven. All the clever people and all the scientists have actually put all the electrodes on the head and they've gone through a meditation and there's been no activity in the brain. And as soon as they get the bars run, there's activity straight away. That's why it's so beneficial for your everyday person, but also especially if you are depressive or suicidal or have any issue, it really does change the wiring in your brain.
You know, in kinesiology, there are what's called, we learn about neurovascular points.
Correct.
And there are, I can't remember, maybe up to 20. But once you put fingers on those points, you can start feeling the effects, you can call
almost
it
like a pulse that you can feel running through your fingers. It's the energy, absolutely. Yeah. And that's the thing, I think, you know, we have ignored our bodies, and now there's all these wonderful tools where we actually now starting to listen to the body and to use our very informative bodies to help heal ourselves.
And also, I think a lot of people, both in the East and West, consider body can be treated by medical expertise. Like it can be broken, but it can be fixed. But well, maybe we shouldn't wait until the point of breaking.
Correct.
You know.
As you know, it all starts auric field. And if we start treating the emotional and the spiritual side of things, and our thoughts and our beliefs and ideas and our judgments.
When there is a coherence within,
Correct.
there will be coherence externally too. After all, bodies are just shells. It's not our whole entire being. And it's not something you can just abuse.
Correct.
Until
well, you know, we all talk about you are what you eat. But, you know, you also are what you think.
What you think as well. Oh.
And I think that is even more powerful.
Yeah.
You know, it's all very well eating, you know, healthily and having, you know, whatever your diet consists of. And if you say, oh, I couldn't possibly eat cake because it's going to make me fat. Well, guess what? That's what's going to happen because you believe it, because you're thinking it.
Yeah. A lot of people who are on a diet
Programming.
say,
correct.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Like absolutely. So if we now think, oh, yay, this is exactly what my body wants.
Yes.
I'm going to have some cake and I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah, just enjoy. And, you know,
Absolutely.
it's okay to indulge ourselves.
Absolutely.
If we know that we're going to enjoy it. It's the guilt really starts manifesting.
That's right. That's why it's that, again, that comes back to the thoughts.
Yeah.
So if we were already thinking, oh, I'm going to have this cake and it's not going to be good for me, well, then it's not going to be good
for that person. No,
but if you're
not
going,
at all.
Yay, I'm so excited to have a slice of cake. I'm so excited. And you have it. And it's just the most yummiest thing.
Yeah, that's how I approach my, well, you know, what is it, dietary. I'm not on a diet, but you know, like I enjoy eating.
You listen
whatever.
to your body.
Yeah, because well, if my body wants it, then I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm not gonna feel guilty about it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's the trick. It's just listening. And if we start to listen to our bodies and to be conscious and aware of our thoughts and our beliefs and what we read on social media and what we read on billboards and in the paper and in the news and all of that. You know, if we're conscious about that, then that's the key, is to be conscious and aware. That's lovely. It's such a gift.
I just wanted to ask, when you were talking about color therapy, which colors represent what?
Well, let's just go through the first 7, which is the chakras, which is keeping it easy. So if you look at the red, the base chakra, it's all about energy. And if you think of the color red, you think passion and you think energy and you think vitality and you think, you know, energized. So if you're feeling a bit low and low in energy, that means you need to get grounded and you need to incorporate red more. If you think of the orange in your sacral chakra, if you love orange, or if you're craving orange, for example, you just want to have orange foods, or if you just want to wear orange, which is quite a tricky color to wear. Not many people like orange. But orange it can help support any trauma or any abuse in your life. It also helps spark creativity. So if you're feeling a little stuck creating, Kazway, you can bring more orange into your space.
And orange is like one of the leadership colors, actually.
That's right, because it gives you the courage to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And that is what orange is all about. The solar plexus is yellow. So that is all about where we hold our stress. So if you are a very stressful person, incorporate more yellow into your life. And yellow also is awesome for people and students who are studying.
Yeah.
Because yellow has been proven that if you actually work with yellow, it will help you absorb that information. And then when it's time to write your exam, to actually regurgitate and actually be able to do well in your exams. And that's so wonderful about using the yellow oil, because we use the yellow oil around the solar plexus, but also under the nose. Because smell is the first point of us recalling a memory. You know, taste takes a while, hearing something takes us a while, but smell is instant.
Instant, yeah.
And if you smell the oil, it will help you remember what you need to study.
The smell goes directly to your subconscious.
Correct,
doesn't
correct.
It? Yeah.
So that's why it's so wonderful. Then if you look at the heart, it's green, so it's about growth. So if you think of the color green, you know, love, growing, you know, all the beautiful trees that we were mentioning earlier, your space, your direction in all relationships. Green is color of money, you know.
Oh,
so
yeah, okay.
But green is also healing, where you think about all the hospitals, they've got a greeny color.
Yes.
And that's where the healing is made. So that's where the green comes in. The blue is all about the throat that I mentioned earlier. It's very calming and soothing. And that's why it's a wonderful color for the bedroom, because it's calming and soothing. Yes. And it helps you speak your truth. So if you battle to speak your truth, or if you're unable to be able to speak your truth, then the blue helps you speak your truth and be understood and heard. And then the third eye is indigo, which is the color which will help you to become more connected to your higher self. And if you think of anyone wearing indigo, they are looking for more. They are looking for more consciousness and more awareness. And you'll find that the indigo. And if you think of the indigo color in Japan, they make beautiful indigo.
Yes.
The actual indigo.
From an indigo plant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's such incredible energy from the indigo. And it helps you, if you incorporate more indigo into your space, it just helps you connect more to the universe and the angels and source and whoever else you want to be connected to. And then violet, if you think of violet, violet often is represented in funerals, so that's where a lot of sadness is. So if you are sad and you are depressed, you incorporate more violet into your space, and it helps you connect, and it helps you, you know, lift that sadness, that underlying lingering something that's happening. Also, if you suffer from headaches, violet and indigo are amazing colors to wear. So if you do get migraines and you do suffer from headaches, really, really therapeutic to help you with that. And going back to blue, blue is also very healing. So not just the green and the blue, they're two wonderful colors to wear if you are sore. If you've come from gym and you've got sore muscles, it's a great color to wear. If you do have a sore heart, then, you know, green and blue are two beautiful colors to wear.
And a blue and a green, combining it together, it becomes turquoise. Well,
that's right.
You can't mix clothes to make turquoise, but you know what I mean. It was
right.
Like, yeah, pigments.
That's right.
Well, I'll give you an example of a color therapy that I did once to myself, because I got this set of a color bath salt.
Yes.
Like this is like 15 years ago when I was still living in Norway, and I was in a bit of an abusive relationship back then, and I felt really hurt and look, I didn't know that victimization of myself is like not something I was supposed to do. I thought, well, I'm hurt, so I'm hurt, right? Like I was really stuck there, and I thought I'm going to pick myself up by soaking myself in red to pick myself up. Well, I came out of the bath angry.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay, so it makes sense, right? So I became quite afraid of picking colors.
Absolutely.
Because there is yin and yang, or pros and cons. You know, like a head and a tail of a coin.
Absolutely.
It's like black and white two colors.
So, like I mentioned with the red, if you need a bit of a pick-me-up,
yeah.
You know, if you're tired, it will help with all of that.
But
the shadow part of the color is definitely angry.
Yes.
Absolutely. So if you think about people who drive red cars,
yeah,
they're usually a lot more aggressive on the roads.
Yeah.
I'm not saying everybody's like that.
Sure.
But it does give you that energy to be able to become...
If they are unbalanced, the unbalanced part is going to be enhanced. Well, like if they are already balanced, it's just going to bring out all the positive effects of that color itself.
Correct.
So I really learned through my own body that I got to be really careful.
Absolutely.
So I stuck to like a turquoise and a pink to take color bath afterwards.
Good. Well, pink is all about love.
Sure.
And the turquoise is the upper heart, where we work on the thymus.
Yeah.
And that is working with the boundaries we've placed around our heart to not necessarily drop them straight away, but to be able to be aware that you're able to move those boundaries that we've placed around our heart. So we're able to then invite yumminess from the universe.
I love how you use the word yumminess.
Yummy, yes.
I know,
Yeah,
'cause
like
it is yummy.
You know what? I'm gonna use that word a
Good.
lot.
I'm so glad. The more the
it's like-
better.
Yeah, no, that's a beautiful way of using.
So
the
in
word
your
yummy.
case, when you were having the bath with the bath salts and it became turquoise, we were using turquoise, it's all about bringing those boundaries,
Yes. Yeah.
those walls that you've placed around your heart to slowly start moving them. And I always recommend, everyone goes into a bit of an anxiety attack when I say you've got to bring those walls down. So I recommend moving them, but I also recommend redecorating them. They don't have to be boring
nice.
and cold
Yeah.
and unapproaching. They can be absolutely amazing. So start to get to know your walls, redecorate them, paint them in color, whatever color you like. You can change them every day. And also they don't have to be solid. They can be made of leaves and trees and plants or flowers. They can
that's
be
beautiful.
anything you like.
Yeah.
They don't have to be cold and stone and just, unapproachable. So it's getting to know yourself and working with what you've got and then changing it, because we have choice. It's as easy as that.
Yeah, we can get stuck within our familiarity, or we can expand and be adventurous and go into the unknown, which is just vast.
Exactly.
Just vast.
And it's so exciting.
Yeah.
Because the unknown doesn't have to be scary. It can also be very exciting.
And when they, fear only comes from the place of ego. So
Correct.
when they are, when we as humans say, I'm not afraid of what is unfamiliar to me, that's just from a place of ego. Look, ego is not a bad thing. It's only trying to protect us.
Correct.
But,
But if we live from a place of ego, then that's not good. If we stay in a place that's depressive, or if we stay in a place that is of fear, or if we stay in a place where we mourn and we constantly in guilt, for example, that's never a good place to stay in, because it's a very lower energy vibration.
Yes.
And it's important to raise our vibration, and that's what we want to do here on this beautiful planet, is to raise our vibration and just changing our thoughts and actually just changing the way we look at things and the perspective. And that you were talking with your reading, it just completely changes the way we can think and feel and be, and we become unlimited.
And I learned this phrase of counting your blessings when I was like studying Christianity sort of thing. But instead of counting your blessing, I think we can say, enjoy your yumminess in life. At every moment there is a yumminess.
Which comes to gratitude. Because gratitude really can change your life. I'll tell you another story. One of the shopping centres opens really, really early, and it suits me perfectly with my schedule. And I went shopping, and it was really early. It was 8 o'clock in the morning, and there was nobody around. And the manager of the shopping centre came to me with this huge bouquet of flowers.
Oh, I think I saw that on your Facebook.
Yes, I did.
Yes,
I did put it on Facebook because I was just so grateful.
Gosh. Yes, sure.
And I thank you, and I was shocked and surprised and just so humbled by this gesture.
Yeah.
And I went home and I put them in water, and I did spread the word on Facebook.
Yes.
Do you know that those flowers, and I never mentioned it to anyone, lasted about 9 weeks? 9 weeks, fresh flowers. And because I was just so grateful for them.
Yes. Yeah, it makes total sense. Our emotions carry frequency, and of course the frequency just transmits.
Absolutely.
They're like all about electromagnetic frequency. Sorry, I just stumbled over the words.
It's a big word.
Yeah, but it does transmit.
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah.
So I always suggest to my clients to actually have a gratitude journal, to keep it by their kettle, or to do it at dinner time as part of the family.
Yeah.
And you have to write one teeny tiny little thing that you are grateful for.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for sunshine.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for the new buds on the trees. We keep coming up with that because it's just overwhelming. It's so beautiful. I'm grateful for being here today. I'm grateful for hot water. I'm grateful for shoes.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be.
It's
the teeny tiniest little thing.
Yes. I actually have gratitude journal on my phone that there are like writing applications, right? And you just make folder. That's gratitude journal, and I just start writing. Like we do WhatsApp and texting and all that from our phones and the tablets. So why not have
Absolutely.
gratitude
Yes. So
journal.
if you don't want to go the paper route, it's
Yeah.
really important to actually write it down in whatever form you
Because
like.
words have
Because
a
it
frequency.
anchors it.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
You know, we all go, oh, thank goodness that's happened. I'm so grateful for this. Oh, I'm so grateful for that. Oh, I'm so grateful for this. We're constantly thinking that. But by actually writing one thing down, you know, now, it actually makes such a difference.
Yeah.
And then you can take it even a step further, that every 10 seconds, you need to be grateful for something. So if I ask you, Kazway, what are you grateful for right now?
I'm just grateful being right here, having this conversation, being inspired.
Yes. And
And
now what
learning
you're grateful for.
something. Oh yeah.
You see?
Yes. Every.
Without thinking about
Yeah.
it, which takes us back to ego. So if we are just in the space of being grateful constantly,
and consciously having that awareness.
correct. So that's a wonderful thing for all the listeners to do, is to actually every 10 seconds think of one little thing to be grateful for. And
That
that's actually
is-
quite difficult
That
to
is
do.
difficult because 10 seconds goes by, and although we are aware of living here and now, well, as we think we are living here and now, it just turns into past right as soon as we think that.
Exactly. So we all talk about living in the present, because we're either living in the past or living in the future, and it's so important to be anchored now in the present and enjoy each and every single teeny tiny moment. And by doing that, by saying, what am I grateful for now? Oh, I'm grateful for that. What am I grateful for now? And that takes you completely into the present.
And also, it's very, very important to think of something that they can be grateful for in negative situations.
Correct. To
I
see the
mean,
gift in
gift
that
in the-
negativity.
Gift in the negativity.
There's a
of
gift in every single lesson that we
Yeah.
experience.
Instead of I'm just trying to be positive. It's like, no, it's not like you can't suppress your feelings. It is what it is. But if you can find a gift in that negative situation,
Well, we go back to asking questions.
Yes, it
What
does.
about this horrible situation am I not getting? What about this situation do I need to learn?
yeah, do I need to learn? Yeah,
And then
what
the
do I need
answer
to
will come
learn?
to you. It'll be provided to
Yeah.
you, and that's all about the belief. So ask the questions throughout those bad dips that we have
Yeah,
in life.
and go back to the Megas cards, advice that be proactive.
Correct.
Yeah.
So there's lots of little tiny tools that we can use every moment of our lives. And the hardest thing is to remember to do it.
Oh, sure.
So
because
what
we're
I
all
suggest
humans.
is to put Post-its everywhere. So
Oh.
put Post-its on your computers, on your phones, on your laptops, on your tablets. Put it next to your kettle, next to your loo, and while you're brushing teeth, in the shower. Or you can write beautiful messages on your shower with a water pen. What are the whiteboard marker
yes,
pens? You
yeah.
can write on the shower, and you can be inspired
Inspired.
in the
Yeah.
shower, where a lot of the time a lot of inspiration does happen. So there's lots of ways where you can have it all over the place so that you don't have to remember to do it.
Yeah.
So it's actually very easy. Just need to remember to do it.
Yeah, sure. Yes, that's awesome.
Good.
I'm
Yeah.
just thinking about what you just said about being grateful, whether it's a negative or positive situation. Like back to the Vedas, there's no such thing as good or bad karma.
Correct.
Yeah, it's how you receive it.
Yes.
Correct.
So most people think, oh, you have such bad karma, or you have such good karma, you have such wealth. But because the nature of the universe is duality, how you receive it is
Correct.
what counts.
Well, there has to be a balance between good and bad, right and wrong, the yin and the yang, Father Sky, Mother Earth, etc., etc. And it is. So if we look for the gift in everything, you come back to that balance and the duality again.
The consciousness is
Absolutely.
what counts behind
That's
the truth.
exactly the key. And by starting to ask the questions, it connects you to that consciousness.
It's funny. This Megas card also is about duality, because it's the second card in the tarot deck, the whole entire tarot deck, and the Fool is the first, and which is the beginning, and it's 1 and 0. But once it splits into 2, duality starts manifesting, and then you can start becoming objective, subjective, yin and yang, male, masculinity, femininity, sometimes good or bad, but it allows you to think from different perspectives, but balance is right in between.
Correct. Absolutely. And that's the thing. It's again back to the consciousness. When you start to realize that there are options and there are choice, you can always get to the right choice, which is down the middle, which is perfect for you. And that's the gift.
Usually I do a tarot reading, quick, like one card draw for
Excellent.
a guest. So
Oh,
if you would
wow,
like,
I'm
so
so
let me
excited.
just shuffle the cards.
Sure.
I'll shuffle
You're
the
gonna
cards and
shuffle
you
them for
can,
me.
yeah,
Okay.
you can pull the card out.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent.
So, we haven't talked about your angel healing. Let's.
My angel healing. It's one of my favorites. I've developed an angel therapy massage where we do a very mini reading developed with my own cards.
Oh.
And you choose 7 cards which will colorate to the chakras, and the angels will show up and the ascended masters will show up to where you actually need the healing. And then I take you into the room and we do an angel massage where I anoint the body with the angel oils that you have chosen.
Is that something you have developed?
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. Are you
Yes.
going to be teaching now? Or are you
Yes,
teaching
I will
it?
be. I'm currently writing the book for my cards. So as you
Awesome,
know,
yeah.
it's all channeled and it's all inspired, and it
Yes.
takes a while to do. So
Yes,
the
it
cards
does.
have been made, and now I have to write the book that's together with that.
That's so
And it's
awesome.
definitely a workshop for 2019.
Okay.
So it's very, very exciting.
Let's have you share your contact details.
Well, you can get hold of me. First of all, my name is Carol Watson, and you can get hold of me on 082 401 8279. And you can also get hold of me via email, Carol, Carol, at thefireflyroom.co.za, or also look out at my website at www.thefireflyroom.co.za.
Cool. Okay, pick a card.
I must pick a card, and I want this one.
Okay.
All right, yeah. There we go.
Okay, Queen of Cups.
Wow. Your cards
It's-
really are beautiful.
Oh, thank you. The ones that I'm working on, my second edition, are better. Like both in thoughts, intention, and
Well,
also my art skill.
Like I said, we're upgrading.
Constantly.
So constantly upgrading.
Yeah.
And your card sets also need to be upgraded because the
they
energy
are.
changes.
Energy changes.
It evolves.
Yeah. And I really thought I gave everything to create this deck, but obviously not. I wasn't ready back then. So the universe has opened up more further inspiration. I'm going, wow, like, am I really being able to do this?
I know,
Yeah.
it's so wonderful. You have all these ideas. I've also got an idea for a second card set that's in my head, but I need to finish this one first.
I know how that goes.
Too many things to do.
So, Queen of Cups, it's water of water, and it's actually love, like love, compassion, humanity. You reflect other people's emotions and thoughts, perceptions, their existence, and they feel comfortable being around you because they are actually seeing themselves. They see good thing about themselves onto you.
Oh, that's lovely.
So
that is
it's such
absolutely
a
special.
healer's card.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that is lovely. Thank you for
Yeah.
that. That is beautiful. It's all these wonderful confirmations that we have every day, and that's such
Sure,
a gift.
yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So would you like to talk a little bit more about your angel healing?
Well,
or-
the angel healing, yes. So, as I've mentioned, I've developed a 14 card set for the moment. I am going to expand on it.
who are the angels or ascended
There's
masters?
Archangel Michael, Raphael, Archangel Uriel, Gabriel. I've also included Mother Mary into the deck.
Okay.
And Melchizedek. I don't know if you've heard of the Ascended Master Melchizedek. He's an ancient priest way back in Leonardo da Vinci's time.
Oh, wow.
And he's the
forefathers.
master of the sacred geometry.
Oh yes, of
Yes.
course, yes.
So I always call him the architect. So he will always draw up an incredible solid plan for you, lay a beautiful solid foundation for you, and help you build whatever you need. So if you want to manifest, he's a wonderful ascended master to work with when you're needing manifestation of money or joy or love or whatever it may be. He's wonderful to work with. I've also included Archangel Jophiel, which is all about miracles and beauty. I've also included Maitreya. And a lot of people don't know the word Maitreya, but they know the laughing Buddha.
Oh,
And
yes, yeah, that.
yes. And if you draw that card, it's just reminding you that laughter really is the best medicine. And I often remind everybody to go have one of those good, ugly laughs. It's a form of release, and there's so much healing in laughter.
And it's such high frequency laughter.
Absolutely, and it's going back to raising your vibration, and that's why you feel so good after one of those really crazy laughs. And so after you've chosen your 7 cards out of the 14 card deck, I do a mini reading with regards to the angels and the ascended masters that have shown up for you, and then we go and invite them even further into your space and into your being. And then I gently and softly anoint your body with the oils that you've chosen. And it's just such a beautiful way to bring in the angelic love into your space. Because as you know, angels are always by our sides. And all we need to do is ask for their help.
Sure, yes.
And by doing the massage, by anointing the oils onto your body, then it forms a triangular light between me, the client, and the angels. And then they take over. And I'm just the conduit with regards to the healing that happens.
It's like, mediumship is all about just being that middle person.
Correct.
It's not like, like even for my tarot deck, it's not me who is doing the art. Universe gives me inspiration, and I just their right hand to express those images.
Absolutely. And that's it. So we finish off with sound. I like to use a rain stick, which is just working on the spiritual part of your body, of your being, and it's just very soothing, working on the spiritual part of your being. And that's how we end the anointing, the massage part of the angelic therapy massage. And most people just feel completely relaxed, but also inspired, and just more connected. And they feel the healing, the true light coursing through their body.
And people don't realize how important this relaxation feeling is. Like we talked about it, the card is put away, but for Angelic's reading, the Hanged Man is about, just take it easy. Like, don't stress about, like, having time on your own. Relaxation physically, also in a medical sense, also has been proven to, of course, it makes so much sense, but it relieves stress.
Absolutely. The society nowadays, we've got so many pressures on ourselves, and there's so many demands placed on ourselves by others as well as us. We're very hard on ourselves, and we're always rushing from here to there, to here to there. All these deadlines at work, etc., family issues, whatever it may be. We all have those. We all share that in common. And again, it's looking for the gift in all those situations.
Yes, of course.
But also to be gentle on ourselves.
Yes.
And it's okay if we're 5 minutes late.
Yeah.
And it's okay if we can't make every family function. And it's okay, if we don't get along with our boss, as long as we do our absolute best with love and truth in our hearts.
And once you train, actually, like people in modern times, we have to train our brain to get used to relaxation state, because we often keep ourselves so busy.
Absolutely, and it's so easy to do now with our phones everywhere. We're constantly pulling our phones out to look at emails, or to answer calls, or to send messages, or to play a game. We're constantly stimulating ourselves, where we just need to be in a space of being.
Yes, just being.
And being comfortable within our own skin to just be.
And so it might be difficult for, one individual to do it by him or herself. But if you go to people like you, like people go, get treatment, then they get instant relaxation, and it really relieves stress.
It does. It really does change your life.
Because from a chemical, like a biochemical point of view as well, that like stress hormones get relieved.
Absolutely.
And
that causes havoc in the body. You can lose weight, put on weight, you can't think straight, there's no clarity. It's just too much for the body to handle. And that's why, everyone wants to take time out and go on a holiday.
Yes.
But if you're unable to have a holiday, then there's nature.
But
nature is the best way to relieve all that stress.
And sometimes people say that they need to take a holiday after taking a holiday.
I often feel like that. Because we're on the run constantly. And it's, having people in airports and trains and buses and whatever else you take. And, you know, and we actually forget to actually take time out and
Yeah.
to do nothing on a holiday. Everyone feels that they have to be busy.
Yeah.
But it's
Entertain the kids and
no, they can entertain themselves. They're quite capable of that. So it is, and having pets as well is such a wonderful way to relieve the stress.
That I know. Yeah, I got a couple of rescue cats.
Oh,
And,
beautiful.
yeah, they were like 3-4 years old adults, but like they adopted right away. Within 30 minutes, they were like
So they
claimed
adopted
it.
you?
They did, absolutely. They're like, oh, you're gonna be my new mommy, you know.
Oh, that's beautiful.
that-
Well, cats are so healing because cats actually help you in a spiritual way. They take on all the spiritual stuff, whereas dogs actually take on and support you physically,
I see. Okay.
which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And obviously all the other animals and birds and fish
Sure.
and everything else in between also
Yes.
offer that.
Yes.
But most people have, you know, cats and dogs at home, and
Yes.
that's how they support you. And it's just such a beautiful way. And also, like I said, nature, our Mother Earth,
Yes.
our Gaia, you know,
Yes.
she's just a wonderful transmuter of energy.
Yeah.
So if you are angry and you are stressed, go and lie on the grass. You know, look up at the sky, look at the clouds. Or if there's
Absolutely.
just look at the beautiful blue sky or look at the stars. Go hug a tree, climb a tree.
And
When was the
it's
last
such a-
time you did that?
You know, it's such a shame if we don't take time to enjoy our own environment because we only have like less than 100 years to enjoy all this
Correct?
in this body.
Absolutely.
Like we might go back into like like our
Back
spirit
to our
world.
soul pool.
But like while we have body, I think it's important to enjoy our physical treasures all around.
Exactly, and that's why it's important to eat that cake.
Yeah.
Because it's it's
Yeah.
enjoyment for our body.
Have your
and
cake
to
and
have
eat it too.
the celery juice and whatever else you want to have. You know, to find the balance.
Yes, balance.
Which is so important.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, it's wonderful.
This is
it's
wonderful.
nice. It's so wonderful to talk with like-minded people.
And-
It's such a blessing.
And also this is gonna be this is being recorded and I will turn it into YouTube, so you can share it. We can share it
Oh,
with
even
so many
better.
people. Yeah.
Even better, because
Yeah.
that's what it's all about. Is about sharing
Yes.
what we've learned and we are learning.
Yeah.
With everybody, because it's about gifting and receiving. So
Yeah.
it's a gift for me to be here today, but it's also a gift for
Gift
you.
for
You
for
know,
me
we're
to
all
have you
receiving
here.
and gifting, and
Yes.
it's such a blessing.
Yeah. Any question, Atma?
I'm just giggling.
You're giggling. Well, that's wonderful. So you're in a good space.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Me too. Big smile on my face.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
We still got a few minutes. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, why don't you draw a card for?
Atma.
Yes.
Yeah, why don't I do that? Would you like it?
Yeah.
Cool. Oops.
Oh, there's a card already.
Well, okay. Well, do you want that card?
Yeah.
It was already
It's a
falling out for you.
happiness card.
Oh.
Like it's a 9 of cups.
Well, it's
yeah, that title's
perfect because you
happiness.
just said that he was giggling,
Yeah.
and it's just confirmed how happy he is.
And how look
And
how
all the colours.
rainbow colors. You
So
know.
you incorporated all the colors.
So what happened was I was shuffling the cards and just one card popped out, and it was happiness card and with 7 rainbow colors and
So it
Yeah.
basically sums up everything that we're talking about.
It does.
So if you look at your beautiful card, it's the lady accepting all the
Yeah,
colors,
accepting,
and
receiving.
integrating all of that, gifting and receiving. It's all the colors.
Absolutely.
It's the energy that she's receiving from Source and the angels.
Yeah.
And it's the consciousness that she's in, knowing that that is healing for her. So it basically sums up what we've
What
been
we
chatting about the
chatting
entire
about.
time today.
There
How
you go.
wonderful is that?
Yeah, there we go. That's definitely like the connection and the network.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very excited. So thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you so much. And
It's been really nice to have you here.
Oh, thank you. Hopefully I'll be invited back.
yeah, absolutely. I think every single one of my guests wants to be back.
Because it's
like,
such a wonderful experience.
yeah, it's like a 1 hour of a like really, really like profound conversation with everyone. That like spiritually, beyond the spiritual, it's a well, it is a spiritual, but a really profound way of life that we talk about that makes our lives richer.
Well, that's the thing. You know, we're all on a journey in this life, in our bodies, and on this beautiful earth. And by sharing everything that we've learned along our own personal journeys only enriches your own even more. And it can take you down other beautiful paths that we didn't even know about. And I always believe that spirituality and all the modalities that are out there are like a tree. Again, back to trees, where there are as many branches as there are in a tree. That's how many different types of modalities and spirituality there is. And by sharing and talking about it with everybody, it allows us to investigate all those beautiful branches, and that's the gift.
Did you know that my Japanese last name means oak tree?
Oh, wow.
And my name Kazway means harmony branch.
Wow.
Yeah, so
no wonder I'm always talking about trees today.
You didn't even know.
I didn't even know.
And every single one of the characters in my name, there are 4 Chinese characters in my Japanese name, and every single one of them has tree in it.
Well, there we go.
Thank
you for answering the question why I'm always talking about trees
that is
today.
so cool.
And
that
it's
is just
obviously
so
your
awesome.
beautiful influence, so thank you.
Thank you. Alrighty, now it's time to say goodbye, and thank you for our guests, Carol and Atma. It was Interactive Tarot on 108live.radio. I'm Kazway, your guide to tarot cards and holistic wellness. Tune in again next Friday at 11 a.m. Until then, bye.